welcome everybody. I am Jabby Koei, joined by ACHARA KIRK.
Trying to hide a burp.
That kind of rhymes. So we're looking at honest trailers. SHAZAM, Fury of the Gods, the most critically acclaimed film of the year so far.
Best DC movie ever. Best
no contest.
Superhero movie of
Absolutely.
all time.
Never again will another film come this close.
I thought you were going to say, never again will I watch a SHAZAM movie.
I would. Yeah, I enjoy it. Yes. Anyway, you guys, thanks so much for joining us. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications. Pretty please vote this up. Let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. And while you're subscribing and upvoting, subscribe to Screen Junkies. There's a link in the description below. If you want to click on that, give the original an upvote and subscribe to them from there. How did you feel about SHAZAM, Fury of the Gods? I thought it was all right.
Yeah, it was fun. I had a nice time. Honestly, I had a really nice time watching it. A cute, fun family film. Plus, there were unicorns.
Yes. Dark unicorns.
Yeah.
I didn't love it. It was fun.
Did you love it more than Black Adam? Uh-oh. Controversial territory.
I think I like Black Adam more, to be honest with you. Both of films were fine. They were all right.
Honestly, they were just like,
but anyway.
Okay. Anyway, let's hear what Honest Trailers has to say about it.
Before the Flash skips bail to hide in an alternate timeline, and the whole DCU starts to stink like a dead fish.
Oh my God.
One of the last installments before the whole universe gets James Gunn down in its prime.
As long as I still breathe, the dome still stands.
Okay, past its prime.
I bring a warning from beyond your realm.
Okay, way past its prime. Ugh. SHAZAM! Exclamation point.
I thought
Fury
that was
of the Gods.
That was a moment I enjoyed.
Yeah, I did
With
enjoy
the director
that.
returning
Fury of the
for what he
Gods.
hopes is the last time, comes the long-awaited sequel to SHAZAM! Exclamation point that follows up the charming original with 2+ hours of high fructose cape slop. Where all the best drama went down off camera, as The Rock's attempt to be DC's hierarchy of power broker backfired so hard, it tanked 2 films.
The desire to succeed will never be as powerful as having the guts to fail.
And gave Zach Levi a mental breakdown because he couldn't put Hawkman in the credits or whatever.
We had an awesome scene that would have tied me in to the JSA with Hawkman and with Cyclone, and we were thwarted.
Resulting in 3 films where the closest thing we'll get to SHAZAM versus Black Adam is the actors dueling vitamin brands. Supplements versus Zoa Energy. Whose pills will you swallow?
I watched as much as I could watch of the Zachary Levi.
Yeah, I watched a bit of that too.
I thought it was interesting. It is quite compelling and entertaining, probably more so than the actual SHAZAM movie. It made me appreciate the SHAZAM movie even more, to be honest with you. And I kind of loved it. I loved that off-camera aside bar thing.
Well,
sidebar.
A sidebar.
Yeah.
That thing that they do. I thought it was really interesting that he was so passionate about this project. I mean, obviously that's a good thing. Like, you always want to be passionate about the projects that you're working on.
The Rock was passionate.
Well, yeah, both of them. But like, I didn't watch The Rock do an Instagram live or whatever.
I did think it was kind of lame that the way that this all kind of fell apart because of what The Rock did, I did think was kind of lame. Where he was saying no to this and, you can't do, like, he was closing the doors on certain things, and I'm like, what? Why would you do that though? It seemed like he was very strict on, he's kind of narrow-minded on what he wanted to do so much that ironically he wasn't thinking of the bigger picture. He thought he was thinking of the bigger picture.
Yeah, I mean, when you're doing this type of stuff, you kind of have to think about the team, right? I was gonna try and make a joke about like, there's no I in Justice League or whatever the hell, but there totally is. But
I think you should have just committed to it.
but you know what I mean, right? Like, where
there's no just I in Justice League.
Yeah.
It's just us league.
Yeah.
Right.
Society or whatever the hell. There's plenty of eyes in that. When you're doing a superhero movie like this, these days, it's not just a standalone thing. Everything is connected to something else. So you have to be prepared to like share the limelight or whatever.
The Rock thought he was giving to the fans what they wanted. That's what the issue was. It's like he thought the fans really wanted Henry Cavill and him to go toe to toe for some reason. But that's what he wanted. I don't know, man. It's really like late here in India, and I was just looking for a laugh, and this is getting dark. Kind of like outside.
What?
Since we last saw him, Billy Batson turned movie 17. Now, even his t-shirts are too old to still be living at home. With 6 minutes of total screen time,
Wow.
Asher Angel acts like a kid with a 9 to 5 and mouths to feed.
All or none. That's the rule. I'm calling an emergency meeting after school. I want you there.
While Zachary acts like a youth pastor who just drank his first soda.
Yeah.
If they just point that staff at us, we dodge. Like dodgeball. You take down this sphery, domey, magic bowl thing. What do you even have a job? Wonder Woman doesn't have a job.
Stop.
No, seriously. Do you think she wears a ponytail and glasses and like nobody recognizes her and she's like an accountant or something?
Just stop.
Has anyone told these two they're playing the same character yet?
Yeah.
Have they even met? They're not the only ones
question.
with mismatch.
Okay, well, maybe when he's Shazam, it's the real him. Like Johnny Depp. I know it's a controversial name still, even though he won. When Johnny Depp's in an interview, he's, like talking like this and whatever. But then when he's in a role, you see, he's very loud, and I don't know what the accent was, but all I'm saying is he comes out louder and more pronounced when he's in a role, because that's the real him. Or invert that. I don't know.
No, I mean, I think it's just one of those things sometimes when adults play children, they kind of take it too far. Really, a 17-year-old is kind of quite close to being an adult.
He still can't join the army. Or smoke.
True.
Legally.
Kid and super selves. There's like 8 other people to keep track of. Like Freddie Freeman, who powers up from standard everyday teenage horny to a new super horny form.
You're gonna want to hold on tight.
Mary, who's aged out of the getting a new actor to play her Shazam self. Either that or DC saw the old actress post about January 6th. Plus Eugene and Pedro, who were granted the minimum legal amount of character development thanks to a new California state program.
Where's Eugene?
Where he always is, mapping out the room of doors.
I'm gay.
Yeah, we know, bud.
Great job, you two. And Darla, a part-time character in a movie and full-time Skittles spokesperson.
Why were there Skittles in my pockets?
It was supposed to be a surprise. Good, isn't it? Taste the rainbow, motherfucker!
When 3 goddesses come to Earth to punish humanity, refashion their dad's broken staff, put a bubble around Philadelphia, and also find the seed of life in an effort to restore their realm, and also destroy Earth? Okay, screw all that. When 3 goddesses come to Earth to get body slammed into hospice care.
Stop! Let me go to the underworld in peace, please.
Look all kinds of stupid on a dragon.
You think I won't destroy you?
And molest a disabled teenager.
I'm over 6,000 years old.
The Shazamily will bravely fly into action and get bounced around like Technicolor beach balls. Because it turns out super fights are super boring when everyone has God mode turned on. And the villain's magic just doesn't work on the hero for reasons.
Impossible.
Watch these hometown heroes dig deep and save Philadelphia.
I don't know. It's just the way it's cut together, and then the way he's kind of narrating the story. I'm like, yeah, it's kind of dumb. Yeah, I guess.
Impossible. Yeah. That's one of my favorite, bad guy lines. It's like a Dragon Ball Z kind of thing. Like, impossible. It's almost like the line that you hear, the trope. Is it a trope, right? When the bad guy goes, "We're not so different, you and I."
That's definitely a trope.
You hear it all the time. It's like, it's impossible.
Philadelphia, a city that will cram their mouths full of horse poop and appreciation.
Why?
But aside from its original setting, well, for superhero movies at least.
Frank, give me the gun. We're in a hurry. Come on.
Where is it?
It's in your hand.
Wait! When the hell did I put Green Man on?
Strap in for 2 hours of the same tropes Marvel and DC have been leaning on for decades. Like pointing out superheroes have silly names.
I'm Freddie Freeman, Captain Every Power. The Philadelphia Fiasco.
Thundercracks Make-A-Wish kid.
Dynamic duo, the Hottie Gotties, SHAZAM. It's Maximum Voltage, actually. Amongst other names, we're still kind of workshopping it, so.
Pointing out to the audience the crazy thing that just happened.
How are you actually sisters? Because the age difference is very noticeable and slightly upsetting.
There are only so many Minotaurs I could run over with this van.
Did I just save you while you were listening to this song?
Destroying a professional sports stadium.
Oh, yeah.
Cameos only the most hopeless nerd would recognize. Cameos you kind of recognize from that other thing.
You're the best, Captain Marvel.
And cameos you definitely recognize, no matter how out of place their theme song sounds at a child's funeral. So kick back for a superhero movie that feels like it was written by ChatGPT, that proves superhero films aren't dead per se, but shows that when you have nothing new to add, just make a Fast and Furious joke and be done with it. At least that's what we do when we're out of ideas.
Because I've seen all of the Fast and the Furious movies, lady. It's all about family.
So who plays Queenie Shaw in the DC universe? Or Luke Hobbs? Are they excited for Aquaman to be in the next one? Did they like Wonder Woman in Fast 5? Did they recognize the Wizard from Fast 7?
Oh my God.
Fine. Do they know Black Superman is in the Suicide Squad? Ooh, what about Michael Rooker?
Oh my God.
Yeah, that kind of thing messes me up too. There's this moment in the movie Armageddon where the heavy character is in the... It's like a medical center scene to prep the guys to go into space. The heavy guy goes, "Haven't you ever seen Pulp Fiction?" And I'm like, Bruce Willis is also in this movie. You're referencing another film with Bruce Willis who's in Armageddon. What the fuck? Like, it's just, kind of bugs me when they do that. But, this is, wow. It was the thing about it is they keep pulling from the same actors, especially Jaimon Hansu. He's like the black guy for so many movies.
Yeah.
He's got a particular look, a particular sound, a particular way, and Hollywood loves it, and so they just keep putting him in everything, right?
That's not a bad thing.
No, it's not for him, except when they reference a movie. I usually take a pet peeve with that kind of thing. I'm like, okay, so hold on. So in this alternate universe where you have superheroes, everything plays out exactly the same, where you can have Fast and Furious movies.
Yeah, that you're in. I hadn't even realized that, though. I think that's the thing that blew my mind, because I was like, yeah, you're right.
Please clap. How do you do, fellow kids? Aaron Taylor Johnson, the Ironist, the Wizard of Yas. Rachel.
Hold on.
What?
How do you do, fellow kids? That was awesome. That was a great joke. So stupid.
The Wizard of Yas. Rachel. Helen of Glory. Lucy in the Sky with Demons.
Oh,
Big
demons.
Quilly style.
Oh,
Waiting
cute.
for Godot. And when you tell someone with a Joker Abbey that the Snyderverse is...
That's like a deep theater joke. How many people are going to get that joke?
Which one?
Waiting for Godot.
What's the joke?
Well, it's a reference to a Samuel Beckett play called Waiting for Godot.
I would not have gotten that joke ever in a million. Like, that's
Yeah, that's a pretty deep reference.
I'm very aloof on that one.
Anyway.
But I laugh now because you explained it to me.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that funny. It's more like a ha-ha-ha. We studied theater in school. Ha-ha.
that the Snyderverse is dead. Teen Titans? No.
Oh, dear.
Okay.
What's happening to all the people inside these office buildings?
Yeah, good question. Ugh. It doesn't sound good when you add those sound effects in there. It's like,
that sounds lovely.
Yeah, it's great. We don't ask those questions though when we're watching it. It's just like, oh wow, it looks so cool.
We were just sort of lost in at least I was lost in the visual spectacle of it all because of things like Doctor Strange or Inception. I wasn't thinking beyond the scope of like what's actually happening inside of those buildings. To me, it was more of like, I wasn't thinking about it. That's the honest truth. I just wasn't thinking about it. Because my mind just sort of played it out like it's an illusion because of Inception and Doctor Strange. The consequences weren't real to me.
Yeah, there are no consequences in superhero movies.
I think that this film is easy to clown, and they did these Screen Junkies was like clowning a lot of the things that are, it's all there. It's all there the fruit is all there for the picking, you know?
It's easy.
It's very easy because the film is kind of a mess, but I enjoyed a couple of moments in the movie. ACHARA enjoyed way more of the moments than I did.
I don't know what was up with me that day, but I was having a pretty good time, and I was like, if I had a kid in my life instead of a grown-up man-child next to me, just kidding.
That's
just
great.
kidding. I love you.
No.
But
but like after the film,
I would take my kid. It's a fun kid movie.
We talked to some people after the film. I'm not gonna say who said this, but the person I'm thinking of was like, I loved it. I thought it was great.
Oh yeah.
And I was just like, Really? Wow. Well,
I mean,
what did you love about it?
I feel like we didn't watch the same movie, but I'm so glad that that person really enjoyed it.
He's like, he must have been playing me, because he was like, they did not let down. It did not disappoint. And I was like, well, I'm glad you feel good. I wish I went to that party. I remember at one point turning to ACHARA and being like, aren't you bored? And ACHARA got so annoyed with me.
I know.
She got so
like,
mad.
Shut up. I'm trying to watch a film here. Stop trying to tell me that you're bored. I can tell when he's bored, though. You don't have to tell me. All I have to do is, like, he's sitting next to me and I feel his leg jiggle. As soon as I feel the seat moving because your leg is, like, shaking, I'm like, ugh.
No, all I can think about is that Jiggle Jiggle song.
Here we go. Give my money. Don't jiggle, jiggle. It folds.
Anyway, this was fun. I hopefully.
What?
I just thought it would be more amusing just leave it there.
Oh, I ruined it.
I know. I hopefully you guys enjoyed this as much as we did. I thought this was cool, insightful commentary on a film that is profoundly impactful on our culture.
Yep, it's gonna leave a mark on pop culture forevermore. Nothing will ever be the same ever again.
I loved it. Hello, children. What did he say? Hello, fellow children.
Hello, children. Yeah. He did it, like, he really
How do you do, fellow kids?
He did just grow up. Like,
well, the joke is that, the young version seems like more mature than Shazam, but that's what I'm trying to say. The excuse, I didn't even think about it, to be honest with you. That there's so much Skittles happening in that movie. It's so much like sugar. That's the least of the problems in the movie to me.
Yeah.
Like, do you have any thoughts you want to add? I don't know.
No, I mean, yeah, I think we covered it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Bye-bye.